Hi everyone, in this video there will be a major relocation of my projects into a new workshop. Precisely to say, Quadra V-Tech and Cybertruck will remove into the workshop where we've been assembling the Ramp Buggy. The removal will be conducted on a personal light vehicle without any help of tow trucks or some other cars. The first to go is the car from Cyberpunk. We need to prepare it a bit by completing the air suspension, otherwise it won't be able to drive along the ramps with such low clearance inside the body. I chose the ready-made solution with a compressed air pump, a pressure control device and a receiver, which will be pretty enough for 2 small airbags. I'm gonna install this type of valves for now. Later I'll install them into the Ramp Buggy, and from there I'll transfer the electric solenoid valves to Quadra. I use such adapter from a quick release connector to the 8mm tube, and the compressed air will be supplied to the valves through the T-joint. Each bag will have its own valve. Let's move on to the passenger compartment. Now we need to connect the airbag's tubes to the valves. I connected the compressor to the battery through the adapter to the cigarette lighter. After the compressor has gained its required 8 atmospheres, we can check the entire system. We raised the front suspension to the most extreme position. It can be called transporting. It remains to close all doors and we can load Quadra into the body. Hopefully the roller shutters installed after Quadra's arrival in the garage won't cause any problem for the car's exit. As the yard isn't so large, the car will drive into the truck right from the workshop. The ramps were welded from 40 by 100mm shaped tubes and 40 by 20mm. There wasn't enough space, the ramps couldn't stand into the groove. We'll have to lift the back of Quadra and push them under the wheels. The car will be pulled into the body with the use of an electric winch of 12 volts. Such type is usually put on quad bikes. That's a load off my mind. The car goes through the opening. There are 5mm remained from each side. The roof also successfully passed into the opening. The clearance was still not enough and the long run abutted on the stop from the angle, so we have to put a couple of boards under the wheels. Okay, the car is transferred. Now we can remove ramps and take it into the new workshop. It's interesting to see how things are going with truck suspension with a car loaded on it. The body springs didn't reach the bump stop a little, and there was still about 17 centimeters till the bump stop on the frame. Quadra now weighs about 1.3 tons. If someone knows how to determine the load weight according to the suspension, write a number down in the comments. There's much more space in the new workshop, so we can completely move in and unload. But from now there will be assembling already 2 projects in one workshop. Each will take about 40 square meters. Of course, at the beginning there were a lot of questions about transportation. But as it turned out, there was nothing difficult about it, and we also managed to save on a tow truck. But that's probably only for now until the weight of the projects exceeded 1.5 tons. Next goes the Cybertruck. I also drove it into the garage and from there loaded it onto a truck. It turned out to be much lighter than the Quadra. Essentially there are just 5 steel sheets and a couple dozen of square pipes. The only inconvenience was that all 4 wheels were moving, so I had to correct each of them in turn. There was no problem with clearance this time. Cybertruck is also in place. If someone didn't know or missed the news, a couple of months ago we bought an electric motor for it. It still needs the batteries, but guess with your support in a form of likes, reposts, and comments we'll be able to buy them too. So for everyone who's been waiting for the Cybertruck, it's back on the channel. Along the way we assembled the hydraulic car lift. It's very useful thing and very easy one to assemble. A new video about it will soon come out on live and English channels. The workshop configuration has also changed a bit. Now it's no longer one large room but 2 boxes for each of the projects. On the positive side, there's a small courtyard area near the workshop where we can test and configure all our projects. So hopefully there'll be first rides soon. In order not to miss something, subscribe to this channel and to the social networks. Thanks everyone for your attention. See you in the new video.